Hey guys, this is my build for Grow Castle, and so this setup is for my waves. So this is what I have for waves. When I do waves, I do auto battle, and I use the worthless coin, and you know when you use that, you can't get gold from the monsters, so or the enemies. So um, I use the whip. This is for the colony, um, gold, and the iron wheel for the cooldown. So and the pickaxe for the workers. So with those, um, my cooldown for my colony is 48 seconds, and when you do an auto battle and you do the times 2, I'll show you the auto battle here. When you do an auto battle, this is using the worthless coin. When you do an auto battle and you use times 2, everything is times 2 also, like your workers and your colony. So that 48 seconds, when you do times 2, it's going to be 24 seconds. So I get about close to 1.5 million from the colony every 24 seconds. And I will my workers also, the orc workers and the workers, you need to max that. The maximum for that is 1000, level 1000. Even with my waves right now, 71,000 waves, my orc worker is still not maxed out because hold on, because I'll show you, it takes times 5 to max it out. I haven't finished my the maps yet. So the third map, I haven't finished it yet. So but when you finish it, this one should say 50%, and this one, I think this is the B stone, it should say 2.5%. This one's already maxed the gems, the crystal. So that's my worker. And when you max your workers, this is how much you get per worker, 8,625. And when you do auto battle times 2, they would get a lot. It says here 34,000. So when you do auto battle, 34 million. So when you do auto battle times 2, you should get every half an hour 34 million. And my orc workers, I guess 19 million. So that would like 19 million per half an hour. And when you do auto battle times 2, so that's the only way for you to get gold and your colony. Also, this one right here, last time I checked, the golden tree gives me about 500k. I don't know if it depends on the wave level, if it's, it vary. I'm not sure if the amount depends on that, but that was maybe a month ago I checked, that gives me a 500k. Anyways, so yeah, this is my build. Now all of this heroes have synergy. So the way I set this up is like, when you look at it, let's look at the wizard. Now the what's this called, the ice wizard is in the middle, because when you look at it here, it gives you 90% extra damage. Now when you look at my my lightning wizard, this is my, like, most of the time he gets the most, like, second highest damage. Like, let's see here, you see that he gets, this is kind of low for him, but you see most of the time he gets the second highest damage. Then look at it, that's the rest. So anyways, so like, yeah, let's take just give you an example. If you take this off with, without the synergy, I only get 9,330. Now if I put um, the fire wizard instead of the ice wizard next to them, he only gets 16,328. So he gets about less, about 1,000, little over 1,000 less damage. So you gotta make sure you read the details of the heroes. So now he gets 17,727. So let's see, equip. Okay, so now this I'll start at the top heroes. So this is my pure wizard. Now he gives you cooldown reduction. So when you put he's the pure wizard. So when you put heroes next to him, it would give you a 1 second less cooldown. So now this heroes, when you look at it, he gives extra 50% attack speed to the archers. So these two right here, this and this, gives my archer a lot of damage, because the bishop gives my archer also an attack speed for 5 seconds, 50%. Actually, that's for the heroes, but for the archers, it's 100% damage. So that's a lot. So yeah, so when you look at it, I get 18.1 seconds on my bishop, and um, on my haste I get a dark hunter, I get 15.6. Now that's without using the pure wizard. When the pure wizard uses his skill, those cooldown is a lot less. So, and I have the smith. I'll show you my items too, but I don't have the best items yet, like especially the pure wizard. I guess this one's pretty good. It's an S item. It's a cooldown. So, and another cooldown. I haven't got the L items or S items for cooldown items for that. I don't have a good item on the Dark Hunter yet. He's not really a damage dealer. He's just there to support my town archers. So I'm not concentrating on him. And the same as him, I just have a cooldown. He's not a damage dealer either. They're just supports. And the next column, I have the Dark Elf now. I use the Dark Elf to get me HP and MP. So right now I can, it's best to get a +1 arrow. I don't have that one. I'm having trouble getting a bow weapon that has +1 arrow. So I don't have that one yet, so I'm working on that. And let's see. Yeah, with that I only get 2,671 damage, and 10% I get MP steal, and 20% I get HP steal on that. Now this is maybe my top 5 damage here, right here, because I don't have a good L items yet. Once she does, I bet you'll be like the top 3. So I see this is not even good. I get cold damage, which is useless. But anyways, she gets about 11,495. So on this one too, gets a 75% attack speed. That's why I put her next to the Dark Elf. So my Dark Elf has 75% attack speed extra. Now my Smith, I still don't have a good L items on my Smith. I have 1 cooldown only. I need 2 cooldown. This one cooldown, I used it too, but yeah, I don't have a lot. But I have a decent item on my wizard. So like my wizard have a lightning and critical damage. So that's why my wizard is like always most of the time the second highest damage. And see that damage. I wish this is a percent damage here instead of the regular, just plus number damage. Critical damage is pretty good. Flying damage. So yeah, he's designed for flying. So I have him, mostly for flying. Okay, now this one, your Dark Ice Wizard, you just don't need to level him up. Probably level 31 is okay. His main job is to slow, um, so any type of boss he will slow, or like those strong, mostly this one's here, hold on, this one's here, this one, he'll concentrate on this to slow, and those gives really, they damage your tower or your castle really good. Anyways, so that's, yeah, so I just have attack speed and I guess a damage on this one. Attack speed and damage, so he attacks pretty fast. And my fire wizard, I have a decent earrings, cooldown, fire damage, critical damage, and this one I didn't have. Yeah, just it's not the good one for him, but at least it slows. Also, it slows the enemy and less MP cost. And now my flame ogre has a pretty good damage also. Yeah, usually like within the top 5. Sometimes he even gets the top 2. So if there's a lot of ground units, he's designed for ground units, but he does attack air also. But yeah, he has a decent ring, fire, attack, speed, and boss damage for the ring, and attack speed, damage, and knockback. So he does knock back the enemies. So I love the stone giant because they're both offense and defense. Now I set him up to do whatever near my castle to attack that first. So any bosses, like especially this one here, gets to the castle pretty quick. This one here, and they do a lot of damage. So my stone giants would go to that and destroy that. Now I think I got a recent the +1 summon on my stone giant. Now I get 3. I don't use the bar because I think there's other ones better to use. So I have this +1 summon. MP cost because they cost a lot, and plus cooldown. So almost half of the time I get about, because I have the cooldown, I get about I get like 6 giants almost half the time. So that, and I just have a critical damage. I don't have a good sword yet, but I'll eventually get it. And this is very important to the Dark Necromancer. It lowers the defense 154% for 5 seconds. So he's designed for bosses. Once there's a boss also, he'll let me see if I can. Okay, now he'll make them really weak, and will just destroy the boss almost instantly. Okay, what's next? So that's my that's my heroes for my waves. Now I'll show you my town. I use the archer for my town, the hero guild, and the tower. Okay, so that, and I forgot, I use 0 to, because it slows, slow monster gets 25% additional damage. So I believe it doesn't have to be 0 that slows the monster. As long as he's there and they're slowed, the 25% would take effect. So that's why I have the ice wizard, the dark ice wizard, to slow them down also. So I got that, and yeah, let me see. 0. I have attack speed, so I concentrate attack speed also for him, so he attacks faster. And yeah, this one's not good, but it has the attack speed and stun. Yeah, I don't have a perfect item, but whatever I have, I just use. And I just use 0 as the leader, like pretty much every time. And but I did try experimenting with Tony. Tony gives you extra additional 19 crystal to carry, but that's not that important right now. So I have that, and I have, this is the, I guess, one of the tower that make do the most damage. So that the thunder tower. This one's just, I think it slows down a little bit some of the, so I don't, it's not a damage dealer, but it slows down a little bit. This one has a splash damage, so that's why I have the thorn worm. That's why I use him also. Now I'll show you my castle. So my most, this is like the second or third highest damage I have. So I'm not using the, like when you see here, I'm not using the this one, so it's lower damage. But if I'll show you. So like without it, I get 84,550. But when I use it, like even when you look at my archer, when I use that, it increased my archer almost have a 10,000 damage, and this one has 97 instead of 84. So lightning castle. So this is the prestige level once it changed color, and once you do that, it costs, you look at it, it costs 4 gems to level up. Now I'm not sure after 5k if it costs more gems, but I know from level 1 to 5,000 it costs 1 gem. From 5,001 to 10,000 costs 2 gem, and from prestige level, prestige 1, it costs 4 gems. So I don't know after prestige 5,001 if it costs 6, or I'm trying to figure it out. That's why I'm leveling this one first, and if I do, I'll update. And I use the poison castle. It's not that important yet, that's why I'm not leveling it as much. So that, and so yeah, this is when I do auto battle, AFK auto battle, I use this mode. So when you use the worthless coin, you this is the only way for you to get gold. This is 3 items plus the golden tree. Okay, so that, and let's see, now we'll do my colony. This is my colony build right here. I haven't done colony for a week, but I did beat the first and the second map. So I got like 40 more colonies to go. I'm working on the third map. I'm sure I can beat 29,000 because I haven't done it for a week, and I upgraded a lot in a week, so I'm sure I can beat that. It just takes longer to beat that. I mean, to do the orc town, it takes about 10 minutes longer. Sometimes I use 2 cannons, or yeah, sometimes 2 cannons, unless they're getting to my castle faster. If the enemy, or yeah, the units gets to my castle faster, then I have to use the archer. The archer are designed to destroy the units before it gets to my castle. Well, that cannon is designed for the enemy castle. So, but to make it even, I do half and half. And when during the during this, hold on. Okay, during the colony, my colony build, you need a lot of defense and mana regenerations. I have this one, the Soul Ring, 35%, defense 25%, siege defense 40%, and power glove 15 damage. And this one is the best. The cursed knife, I already experiment. The cursed knife is better than the thorn bow. I've tested it already, so I know which one's better. And with that, you need the spring water colony cooldown, so you can use your smith faster, so you can heal up faster also when you do that. So just before you die, you can heal up, and you can do that, like, you can pretty much survive a lot longer. So it's like basically it's a marathon when you're doing the orc or the colonies. You just need to survive, even though you're not doing as much damage. As long as you're doing damage and you're healing up, you'll eventually win. So that's why I use a shield here. I used the 10% shield castle, gives me defense. I used the mini cannon and the lightning castle and the poison castle. Now my heroes are pretty much the same. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Actually, they are the same. So that, and so this is my colony build. Now my last one is a gold build. Now when I do gold runs, for me, my experience, it's to get ahead in this game. It's pretty much you have to watch ads. So when you do waves, every 4 waves there's an ads that will show up, and you can watch it. And depending on your level and what your setup is, you can maximize your ad. So I have like this one, the trophy gives me 35% gold, and the golden tree, even the mine 10%. So I max everything. See that this is designed for gold. Now with this setup, yeah, this is designed for gold. And when I do this, I don't use yeah, you never use the work that is coin, but I still do auto battle with this. Now I'll show you what I do with this. Okay, right now I have 842 million. You know what, let me use so it's easier to keep track. Now I have 10 million. Now when I do auto battle, okay, this is, I used my time auto battle during when I do gold runs. The problem, yeah, when I do this right now, I'm in wave 71,030. Now the boss will show up on this one, so usually I do ×1. Because if I do ×2, there's a chance I will lose if there's a boss. Now I can do ×2 on other waves, but the boss there with my gold build. So this will take longer, but I will this will maximize my gold profit. So we started at 10 million. I'll show you guys how much we get after this. But my average is about 100 million. That's for the wave plus watching the ads. And the higher your wave is, the higher the ad is. Now the maximum ad I got is 118 million when I watch the ads. So I'll show you guys. Now, there are ways to make the ad show up every wave you do. What you do is, when you do the waves, the, at the very beginning, let's say you open the game, when you do the waves, after the waves, the ad will show up. You watch that. Once you're done watching the ads, close the game and redo that. Repeat that. Open the game, do the waves, and watch the ads. Every time you close the game, it resets. So see this one, 107. That's 107 million. So I'm gonna watch that ad, and depending, most of the time the ads will anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. So yeah, I'll watch this ads and it will give me 107 million. Now if I want the ads to show up again, I'm gonna close the game and open it again, and when I after the wave, there's another ad will show up. So that's the way I get the most of my gold. Now I have 143 million now. So I that wave and the ad gave me about 130 million. But here it gives me more details. I got, for the waves, I got 21 million, 21.7 million plus the ads. So that's how much I got. And this is my damage dealer right here, my archer, my lightning wizard, and this is the minigun. And yeah, my minigun, my dark wizard, I forgot his name, her name, and the stone giant, the ogre, this the lightning wizard, oh no, lightning castle, my fire wizard, my lightning, forgot the lightning stuff here. Anyways, that's how I do wave runs. So you see, trying to look at it here. So that's my setup. Everything is gold, and when I do wave runs, I use my time auto battle, and that I usually get that using the strange box. And when I do that, I try to keep refreshing until I get that either +2 or up, the hour, +2 hours or up, and I just gamble on that one. And last time I had only 3 strange box and I got 8 hours. I get 2 4 hours, 2 4 hours time. So that's my setup. So that's pretty much it. That's my build. I haven't beaten the legendary dragon yet, so I'm working on him, and I'm working on, like I said, working on the 3rd map right now. I'm still in the 29,000. I still have a lot ways to go, so I'm doing all the waves, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment, or yeah, just leave a comment. Alright, thank you guys.